Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Doss here, and welcome back to this Dead by Daylight update. We've gotten a lot of news over the past week or so. My apologies for not really covering a whole lot of it. I had been at Anime X over the weekend, if you'd seen my community post, but we got quite a bit of stuff. I want to start off by talking about the Grimoire update that we got. So obviously, this is still in development. This should be coming out in August, but I am very, very excited for this update, and let's go ahead and read right through it. Hey there. With the team hard at work on the Grimoire, we thought it was a perfect time to share another update. Well, we will also introduce some more departments and the work they've done on the chapter. Gameplay. At this stage, we're playtesting as much as we can to fine-tune how the killer feels. Between cooldowns, movement speed, curves, and other values, there's a lot to work with to make it feel great. We noticed the pillar wasn't playing quite like it did in early prototypes, so we tweaked it. We tweaked its speed and duration to better match the intended experience. You can see here in the video that they have. You have before, and this is after. You can see here it's moving much faster. It seems to have a faster activation as well. We've tweaked the speed curves to better balance cooldowns and slowdowns, so survivors have a fair chance to create meaningful distance. And here's the image of the speed curve in question that they have. And then world and character art. Our art team, among other things, is working on bringing our Grimoire characters to life as fully realized 3D assets. And today, we're excited to share a first look at Aurora's model. You can see here how she's currently looking in game. A lot of people have said she's kind of missing a little something from the art render. I think what they should probably do is maybe make the scar a bit more pronounced or a bit darker. But overall, I'm liking her look quite a bit. This is her full body look. You can see here from the art render on the left to the 3D model right here. I think she's looking pretty nice. As always, we start from a neutral pose to carefully evaluate and refine the character's overall silhouette, proportions, facial features, and defining traits before moving into animation. Next, we'll rig Aurora to an animation skeleton to bring her to life through movement and expression. And so they're referring to the A pose. Work on the judgment is progressing well, and we'll have more to share soon. This was the early preview for the banished realm. Hopeless Exile, that's what it's called. For Hopeless Exile, we've been busy creating new assets and carefully crafting the lighting to give the environment the divine look it deserves. From overexposed divine rays to distinct amber clouds, held together with a dense layer of fog, every detail plays a role. So this is what we had before, and this is what we're having now. A lot more detailed, a lot more of that like classic divine aspect. You've got these other like land formations here with pillars. It's looking really cool. And finally, here's a sneak peek at the in-game progress lobby that will welcome this chapter into the fog. So yeah, this is the in-progress lobby where we have like a bunch of the basically we're in that realm with the big statue of our newest killer, Judgment. I'm liking it. I think it looks pretty nice. Visual effects. Speaking of the Exile, after working on Ray of Retribution and Survivor Sin, the visual effects team has shifted their focus to the new sub-realm. They've begun implementing key visual effects, including crystals, hazards, and artifacts. These are currently in their first pass, with polish and refinement up next to bring everything together. See here is the video they have for the current version. They've kind of refined these a bit. Looks like they've got a somewhat ready model to use for the actual item. And here's it with the rays coming out and getting injured by it. Then UI, user interface. UI in games is the visual layer players interact with, like menus, icons, and HUD elements. That presents information and controls. UI typically comes into play in a killer's production later in the cycle. Once game design is solidified, UX wireframes are defined, and character models, animations, visual effects, and narrative are almost finished. This ensures the team has all the context needed to create accurate and cohesive UI elements. You see here's the current UI we have for the Grimoire chapter, and it decaying. Our UI artists and UI technical artists have been collaborating closely to figure out how to bring Sin and the Survivor Portrait HUD. Using light ray visuals, they've explored how the effect distorts as Sin decays. This UI has been built entirely with shaders to achieve the desired visuals. You can see here the process of having it. All the different layers, static image with the effect going into it, all the different layering of the effects, and then the decay effect, and then the effect added to the decay, and then the finished product. Power and perk icons are also in development. Following a cross-discipline brainstorming session, the UI artists explore multiple ideas based on the discussion. They gather references from models and animations, or sometimes they take their own photos to get the perfect pose. Below are early iterations for the Judgment's power icons and Aurora's perk icons. From there, the team adds art direction feedback before moving into the final pass. See here, we have the perk icon ideas for Aurora, and here we have the killer power. Then UX, user experience. UX in games is about more than menus and layouts or HUD elements. It's about designing interactions to be clear, intuitive, and frictionless. My apologies. So players can fully enjoy the experience. One flow that the team has been working on is to figure out how to clearly communicate unhook protection, endurance, haste, and elusive status effects, and how their duration can be extended by charging up. The artifact works. The team developed a range of wireframes to validate the concept. Wireframes are early stage visual layouts used to plan how something will work before final visuals are created. See here are what they have currently. Interactions and discussions later, here's what we landed on. So example scenario, the Hopeless Exiles Unhook Protection status effect of a base duration value of 10 seconds. Maximum duration attainable is 50 seconds, and while building up bonus duration, the inactive state of the status effect must be well understood. See here, transfers. Another thing the team is looking at is the visual effect used to indicate when a survivor is afflicted by the killer Sin. But you may have seen an early version in a previous broadcast, the team is continuing to evaluate several aspects of the effect, including high visibility with a bright effect that occupies a large space around the survivor's head, potential concerns around photosensitivity, and trypophobia considerations due to clustered hole-like or bumpy patterns. This is the early preview that they have. Twitter killed the rendering of this video, huh? And then audio. On the audio side, we've got plenty to share on our early exploration and progress. We focused first on defining the killer's audio direction, capturing the impact of a four-legged creature and its iconic power came with its own challenges, as you can imagine. Footsteps went through several iterations, evolving from sharper, spider-like clicks to a heavier, rock-like presence. The goal was to make the killer feel imposing from a survivor's perspective, while impacting the gameplay. Power had to feel massive. Its multiple phases were carefully crafted to blend seamlessly, and when triggered from afar, it can be heard across the map like a divine retribution. Below, you can listen where we are now. As a bonus, you also hear a work-in-progress version of the Terrorities. Enjoy. Wow. It's intense. That's it for this update. Keep an eye out for more behind-the-scenes content as we get closer to the release. That's everything for the Grimoire. Obviously, it's coming out very soon, and I'm honestly very excited for it. This is something that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see the finished product, and I can't wait to play as this killer and play against him, play as a survivor. I just love that they're giving us all of these updates to the Grimoire. That's not everything. We've got a lot to get to. So the next thing I want to talk about here is the roadmap for July. So this came out, I believe, yesterday, as in Tuesday. And there's a whole lot here that I want to talk about and something I want to mention. So obviously we've had week 1 and we're currently in week 2. Black Banquet, Blood Hunt, and La Fogata. Not a huge fan of this year's anniversary event, to be honest. It's really, really rough to play on a lot of killers, and on Survivor, I don't really feel good playing. So I'm not a huge fan. Hunt, I wish it was until the end of the anniversary event, but c'est la vie. And La Fogata is actually a returning event. There are currently challenges in-game that you can go ahead and take part of. So you can get a badge and a banner. I'll have them up on the screen right here so you can see the items in question. And then next week, we are actually getting the Iron Maiden Huntress skin. It's coming out July 14th, which I am super, super excited for. And that is next Tuesday that skin is coming out. And then the Black Banquet will be ending on the 16th, which is Thursday. We're going to have that last chance to get any of the skins and play and stuff along those lines. And the last full week of July, we've got outfits from the Rift. So we've got returning outfits from previous Rifts, as well as a new Rift called Sunflesh. And then we have a community stream, most likely talking about what's coming in week 5. So we've got the Waterfront Massacre. So we're getting new summer swimsuit type skins, but we're also getting the Summer Screams event here from July 28th to August 18th. And if I zoom in here so that you guys can see, if I go ahead and I go to this image right here, you can see right here it says Lights Out, 2v8, and Chaos Shuffle. So it seems we're getting all 3 of these modifiers, these modes, during this event. My assumption is we're going to be getting it 1 per week. So probably the first week will be Lights Out, second week will be 2v8, and the last week will be Chaos Shuffle. We don't know yet. We will most likely learn more information during this live stream here. We'll learn more about what's happening, what's to come with the summer event. But we also have on July 28th the Into the Rainbow event starting, from what I can tell, and happening. So we've got a live stream here talking about that. And we're probably going to be getting more cosmetics and more badges and banners for Into the Rainbow. But this Summer Screams thing is crazy. The fact that we are getting all 3 of the modifiers we've had, basically, for the most part, in the game at one time, and probably a bunch more swimsuit skins, that would be sick. I'm hoping we're getting the last couple Hooked on You skins, so the Trap and the Wraith. We'll have to wait and see. But there is also one other thing I wanted to mention, and that is the design cosmetic contest is going to be happening very, very soon. So you can see right here the Fogsters for new ideas and creations. The Design a Cosmetic contest returns for another year on July 20th, where you'll have 1 week to submit your best work yet. Eligible countries are Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Japan, New Zealand, South Africa, South Korea, United Kingdom, and the United States. Note, to ensure a fair and diverse selection of winners, we're temporarily pausing submissions for killer survivors who won last year. That said, please refrain from submitting designs for the following characters: Bangman, Corey Kane, Kate Denson, Jane Romero, the Houndmaster, the Legion, Deathslinger, and the Knight. And please know that the announced characters for the upcoming Grimoire chapter, Aurora and the Judgment, are also excluded. So get your designs ready. In July 20th, you are going to have 1 week to submit your designs for any other original Survivor and original Killer besides the ones listed here. I've already seen a lot of really cool designs being prepped and ready, and I'm super excited. I'm super looking forward to this. And as always, I will be going through whoever wins the design cosmetic contests for both Killer, Survivor, and the badges and banners. Because again, it's not just outfits for Killer Survivors. You can also design badges and banners to go into this. I'm very, very excited. And there is one last small thing I wanted to mention as well. So, in a game, if you go to your inbox here, you go to your messages, you should have gotten this message right here. Black Banquet is in full swing. This here will let you get the quote-unquote new legacy outfits for Dwight and Trapper. Now you have until July 16th at 11 a.m. Eastern time to redeem these cosmetics. So if you haven't already, go into game, go into your messages, and find Black Banquet is in full swing right here. You can see on the left side, and you can get all of these outfits, but you can get both these outfits and all these pieces right here for you to use. If you've ever seen Legacy, it's basically the same exact thing, but just colored red. And I can go ahead and show you what they look right here, right now. We go to Dwight, go to customizations. You can see right here, this is the outfit Dwight's Glow. See right there, this is what it looks like on Dwight. And if we go to Killer, we go to the Trapper Demon. Go here. You can see down here, you have Trapper's Glow. This is what it looks like on Trapper. It is animated. It's got a pulsing glow effect. And it is quite noticeable. These are the cosmetics you get. But anyway, that's everything I wanted to go ahead and bring up. I'm hoping people are enjoying the anniversary event as much as you can. I personally am not. If you guys tuned into my stream this past Tuesday, you knew that I was doing mainly normal games, and I was having a rough time on those couple of event games I did with Polly at the end of the stream. But I'm honestly very excited for this event to end. They fixed cakes finally. You get 1 cake per blood web, etc. But let me know down in the comments. Are you excited for all the stuff coming out? Are you excited for the Grimoire chapter coming out? Are you excited for this summer event that's happening? Please let me know. But I do also want to remind everyone that interview series will be coming back. I am going to be starting that up probably at the end of this month or at the beginning of next month. I'm going to be reaching out to more creators. And if you guys made it to the end of this video here, please, in the comments as well, let me know which creators you want me to reach out to try to get an interview with. I can't promise that I'll get to interview every single person. It's going to be a pain to try to get people to notice my messages or even like work out a time to get all this going. But if you reached this point in the video, go ahead and let me know who you want me to interview and have a nice chat with. But that's gonna be it for now. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you're around here, hit that subscribe button. And as always, hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Goodbye, everyone.